Everybody that knows me call me Coach Wayne. You know what I mean?
That's okay. So
Yep.
my
Every.
yes.
I was gonna say everybody that knows him just calls me Coach Wayne. Like right now, you got like I'm in the middle of working out and all that stuff, so that's why I just paused for a minute.
That's okay. So I just want to notify you, as I sent the email yesterday, it said that your meeting is going to be recorded. Did you check that
Fine. Yep.
PDF?
Yep.
Okay. So
Yes,
my
that's
name is
fine.
Lydia, and I want to thank you for taking the time to be interviewed by Reliable Aid. I am the assistant to Mr. Casey, and I'm going to ask you some questions. And we are recording this interview so that I can send it to the director. She will watch the video and then review the interview and then give you feedback. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Oh, no worries. No worries. We'll make it work.
Sorry?
Yeah. Well, I pretty much been in the allied health field ever since I guess 2005. No, actually 2000. Started working at Blue Cross and Blue Shield, that kind of thing. So I've been kind of in and out of the health field. I went to school for massage therapy, and I also went to school for certified fitness trainer. So I'm like a certain, I got CPR training and stuff like that under me. So I'm really into the health thing, nutrition, that kind of thing, working out people and stuff like that. I have a few clients that I help with physical therapy and just trying to get them back after their injuries and different things like that. I'm like that kind of person. I'm that holistic. I'm more geared towards alternative medicine as opposed to pills and different things like that to kind of keep a long term effect to people get better. You know what I mean? Um, that's kind of like where what I'm about. Just coaching football. I own a youth football team. Just keeping kids off the street, kind of thing. Right now, currently, I'm taking care of my mom right now because she's been in the hospital ever since October, so she was like kind of in and out the whole 2020. She's been in the hospital, so it's kind of like I paused my day. I broke her hip because she had an episode, and now she's back home after the rehab and everything. So I'm basically like 3 or 4 days a week. I'm working with her to make sure that she's up on it, cooking and all that good stuff. So it's kind of like me. That's what I'm about. Just kind of, I guess, just the whole health, being in that world, just helping people. You know, that's what I'm about for real, for real.
That's good. You're doing a
And
good job.
my kids. Hold on now, my kids. My about my kids.
You're doing a good job. And how did you hear about this position?
You there? Can you hear me?
Yes. How did you hear about this position?
All right.
How did you hear about this
Kayan
position?
Church.
Yes.
Yep, Kayan Church. He's a real good friend of mine. And since I've been talking, since I've been taking care of my mom, he kind of was like, hey, this is what I do.
That's awesome. And what do you know about reliable aid?
Say it one more time.
What do you know about reliable aid?
Reliable aid specifically, not too much, but aiding to people, I know a pretty good amount. Whether they're from injuries, from sicknesses, different ailments, different, all ages, all sizes, shapes, colors, women, men. But as far as reliable aid itself, not too much. But I'm kind of sure. I would think that maybe somebody would kind of monitor clients and different things like that. That's what I'm assuming, and sending different, sending in different places if I need to, be an assistant for somebody. That's what I would assume that it was.
That's cool. And why do you want this job? Why do you want this job?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Why do you want this job? Why do you want this job?
Ah, you wrote it for me. I can't hear your voice, but I definitely saw it on the bottom. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why would I want the job? You know, like anybody, stability. Just want something, you know what I mean, steady and consistent.
Oh, that's okay. And why should we hire you?
Why should we hire you? Um, well, you know, that's a good question. But you'll, I tell you what, you'll get somebody who is, dedicated to whoever. That's sure, and you'll get a hard worker. So, you know what I mean, I'm a self motivator. You wouldn't have to kind of worry about you. Like this, you can trust me to do what I want to do. I'm a man of my word. If you give me an assignment or something like that, you can kind of almost count on me to get it done. You know what I mean? I'm not bragging or anything like that, but I am a man of my word. I do stand by that. So hopefully that helps.
That's okay. And what do you consider to be your biggest weakness? Do you have a weakness, and what's that you consider to be the biggest?
Well, my biggest weakness. Let's see. Um, my biggest weakness. That's a great question. That's a great question. Let's see. Maybe I guess maybe this right here, figuring out wrong. Shucks. But you know, let's see. I guess my biggest weakness would be hmm, how to communicate with like say people of other languages. Okay. Not saying like I can see that you have a different language, but you speak like English, but I don't speak no other language. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe if somebody's communicating to like in Spanish or something like that, it's hard for me. I'm like, I can't communicate. So I guess that's my weak, one of my weaknesses. You know what I mean? I love to communicate with people, but if I can understand them, like
Okay, I get you. Tell me about a challenge or a conflict you faced
tell
at
me a
work
challenge or
and how you
conflict
dealt with
you
it.
faced at work, how you dealt with it. Okay. I heard a little sound come in for a second. Okay, but let me see. One of my challenges at work, I had was recently when I used to work East Charter, where we had a lady there. She was kind of man. You know how you don't want to say racist straight out because she never said, "Hey, I don't like people," but or I don't like. You understand what I'm saying? So just the way she communicated to us as a staff, she always kind of put us down, would never lift us up, kind of never give us any opportunities, that kind of thing. Um, when I stepped up for a job, kind of like they wanted to mute me. So I went to the next level, which not knowing the next level was worse. So that was one of my problems, you know what I'm saying? I had it at my problem. And it was kind of like, well, I instead of having all that shit on my world, just went on and got back in my lane. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that was one of my problems with my last job.
That's cool. And where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you
Where
see
do you see
yourself in
yourself
five
in
years?
5 years? Okay, so 5 years. Hmm. Hopefully, we're looking at these investments and say, hey, you can slow down a little bit, start traveling. My kids are grown now. I've grinded for so many years real hard. My oldest will be 21 in February, and my twin 20 in May. So in 5 years, I see myself somewhere, just traveling a whole lot more than I am right now. Just kind of enjoying life, with this kind of particular job. This right here, I mean, it would slow. I ain't gonna say slow thing up, but I'm a real hard working person, and not to say that this work ain't hard. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? It's not the extra strenuous as it is close to the mind. So I would really rather, be in that kind of working atmosphere now, so which that way I can travel and things. And like I said, I'm a little older now, so my thing ain't to be grinding real hard no more. That's for sure.
That's okay.
Physically, anyway.
That's okay. And where are you leaving your current job?
Hey, Kat,
Are you leaving your current job?
are you leaving your current job? Well, the job I just left. There's music going by. I'm sorry. But the reason I left my last job is because the coronavirus hit. So as of June 1st, our contract ended, and they weren't sure if they would have a fall season for Eastside this year.
Okay. What are you looking for in this new position?
And a new position, um, security, pretty much. Um, Port, you know, just kind of a chance to learn something new. Um, Now that I'm in the world, just something new, I guess. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking out of this position.
That's cool. And what type of work
And to
environment do you
really be able to help
prefer?
somebody that really need it.
Sorry? Come up again.
I'm sorry I didn't catch. I saw your lips moving, but I didn't hear them.
I know you're outside. What type of work environment do you prefer?
Work environment. Do you prefer? Um, I guess any kind of work environment. It really don't matter to me. I could be outside, indoors. I could be everywhere. I guess I prefer outside. Let me take that back. I guess I prefer outside if that's my first choice. you know, but I can adjust wherever. Yeah.
Okay. So, what are your greatest professional strengths? What are your greatest professional strengths?
Dang, man, I really the sound get better. Oh man, your greatest professional strengths. Well, um, I guess I think everybody says to me that they kind of working with me, so I'm a team player kind of thing. I really like that, like everybody vibe, just have fun while we're working, not having fun and stop working. At least get the job done. You know what I mean? Um, I guess that's kind of maybe that's everybody always say to me. You know what I mean? Like working with you, man. And then at the end of the day, we get the job done, everything, and they only realize how much we did.
Wow. How do your last boss and coworkers describe you?
How would you as far as co-workers describe you? Um, Definitely they're all day, hard work. It's Friday, but I guess since like the last 6 months, they probably be like, well, that guy is not he's not afraid to speak his mind, and they probably would say that right now. That was my last impression, I guess, of them at the moment. But I know for sure, say he's a hard worker. He's on time. He didn't miss any days. Kind of thing. But this, like I said, last few months there was kind of like back and forth tension kind of thing between me and one supervisor. But I was never disrespectful at all, for sure. Even though we were disrespected, we just weren't on the same. We just wasn't on the same. And when I say we, I mean like me and whole maintenance staff itself. Um, like it was two other guys too that I used to work with. But that's probably all they say.
That's okay. And how do you deal with pressure and stressful situations? How do you deal with pressure and stressful situations?
How do you deal with pressure or stress situations? Um, Honestly, I just when going on, I stay calm. You know what I mean? The calmer you stay, the less the level will raise. I know that. And afterward, I mean, I work out all the time. I get massages. Um, I just kind of take care of myself, kind of stay in my world itself after work or that kind of thing. But like I said, all of that, if you will, maintenance is always to prepare me for any kind of situations when what I'm saying, when it comes, whatever level it is, high, low, what I'm just ready for. So that's what I kind of do a lot of preventative things.
That's cool. I have more questions. Do you have any other certifications that are relevant to this position? Do you have any other certifications that are relevant to this position?
Have any other certifications that are relevant to this position. I'm a certified massage therapist. Um, and I also have my CFT, which includes a nutritionist coaching and also my CPR training.
Okay. Do you own transportation?
Yes.
What are your salary requirements? What are your salary requirements?
What are your salary requirements?
Yeah.
Salary requirements. Let me see. Well, are you talking about yearly or hourly?
Sorry? Come up again.
I think maybe. I guess come again. Oh, were you talking about year salary or were you talking about like hourly? If you talking about like hourly or something like that, I mean anything, you know, maintain those different that I got on them like maybe 14 or something like that. That I love anything right 30 year. I can't take off of anything less than that. It'd definitely be rough. I had to get another job. Oh, answer that right.
Okay. I have more questions still. When was your last fingerprint with the SBI?
With the SBI. I guess when I got hired for that charter, so maybe years ago, we go down to Dover and get everything, prints and all that.
Can you pass a drug test? Can you pass a drug
Yes.
test? Can you pass a physical examination? Can you pass a physical examination?
Yes.
And what's your day part availability? What's your day part availability?
What's your day availability? Well, basically right now, the only time I really got blocks is if I'm with my mom. That's much kind of like from 8 in the morning to about 10 in the morning, and then evenings I go through from about maybe to about 8, make sure that she's up straight. When I start, I can start today if you want me to. Like I said, I'm care of mom every day since the 5th of August, so I'm already kind of routine.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
Do you have any questions for us? Yes. It's stuff because I can't hear you. You definitely like you asked, what are the salary requirements for me? Where you guys are, and will I be assigned to only one person, or am I able to, care of multiple clients? I guess that would be my second thing, and I go with those two right there. So I can't hear you. Yes, that's what I'm asking you.
Okay. This job at Reliable Aid starts at 10 per hour.
Okay. I know. Take this of mine, right? Man. And I guess the second question was like, am I able to take multiple clients, or am I only can I only just care my mom on?
Okay. Let me respond to that. But the answer to your question about taking multiple patients will be answered by the director during after she reviews this video.
Man. I saw your lips move, Mama, but I did not hear anything.
Yeah, I know you're having issues, so I'll type for you.
So sorry, I didn't hear anything said. Okay.
Is that okay with
Great.
you?
Great. Let me ask you this: you think if like say it called my cell phone, do you think maybe if I put that on speaker, I can hear your voice and still up the video?
I don't know if you have a problem on your end, but on my end, I can hear you clearly. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, it's like I heard me, but like like it broke up, and I would like tell it some piece.
Okay, I want to thank you for taking the time to be interviewed by Reliable Aid. I'll share this video with my director and she'll be getting back to you as soon as possible.
Oh, I did nothing that is it a little bit on to be ended by reliability. There's an issue. Yeah, it definitely is the issue. I'm about to hear, right? Yeah, and thank you for thank you for the interview. You know what I mean? It sucks that you can only hear me and I can't hear you. But you know, was there anything else you needed to know?
Not at the moment, but as I mentioned earlier, this job starts at 10, starts at 10 per hour upwards,
Oh
starts
my
at 10 per hour. So I'll send this video to my director and she'll be getting back to you as soon as possible. Is that okay with you?
goodness gracious! It looks like you just said a whole lot, and I didn't catch anything you said. Ah man, goodness gracious! It's so crazy because it's like I'm a technical like mess person. I'm actually good with all stuff. You know what I mean? But for some reason, the sound ain't coming through it all. Wondering. Try speaking now. Try to take it back off and redo it. Read the mute button. Try again. Like say something now. Yep. Still can't get anything.
Are you okay with that?
Still can't get anything. But not sure if this is coming down to the end of the interview, but I definitely appreciate taking time and it's a pleasure to meet you and looking forward to talking to you. Maybe on the phone and or in person.
Okay. Are you okay with this? I sent you a message.
Are you okay? Are you okay with the rate? Well, no, but um, let's make it work. I know I'm gonna have to get a job. That's for sure. Do know that. Or you know what I mean. I can kind of stay busy, if you will. Um, just is there chances for raises at all, or I'll ask that. Okay, awesome. But yeah, like I said, you know, I'll definitely make it work. Because for sure, like I said, it's been just kind of getting in my world. I mean, I make it work, but I just know I'm gonna have to, get something else to kind of supplement my income to pay my bills. That's all.
That's fine. So thank you so much. I'll have to hang up. Talk to you soon, and I'm looking forward to working with you at Reliable Aid.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and pleasure to meet you. Bye bye. Hey, hey, hey. I can't. It was good.
Bye bye.